In these videos, we normally talk about metabolic health, nutrition, exercise, but in today's show, we're going to talk about relationships and the protective health properties garnered by being in a committed relationship. It turns out that the death rates for married people are about half of what they are for never married people and much lower for widowed people and for divorced people. And so I think it's important to acknowledge as a healthy adult, and you recognize by now that relationships are very challenging. They take work. People have different attachment styles. People have different insecurities, strengths and weaknesses. And the closeness that can be garnered through a healthy, committed relationship might help you live longer. And in fact, as these studies show, the rate of death from heart disease is about half in married people compared to never married people, compared to divorced people, compared to widowed people. So I think it's important to acknowledge because our society is not really promoting marriage. You see a lot of promotion of situationships, casual hookups. There's a lot of glorification of casual sex in universities and university settings. Amongst our media. Time magazine actually put an article out about why situationships are actually good, meaning that you're just sort of having casual sex with someone with no sort of commitment, no sort of boundaries about exclusivity in this. And I don't think that is healthy for individuals' psychological state, because it turns out that having a partner that you can depend on, that you can talk to, that you can reason with, that can support you both financially and emotionally has health benefits. It's interesting when we hear about breakups, heartache, or when you're in love, you feel it in your heart. You have Valentine's Day is characterized by images and illustrations of the heart. Well, I find it quite interesting that married people suffer from deaths from heart disease less than half compared to never married people versus widowed versus divorced people. And so as a divorced individual, I can recognize with the heartache that comes with the separation of a marriage and the separation of family and extended family and the family law legal system and all of this. So I've been studying a lot about relationships and attachment theory and healthy relationships and conflict resolution and how to communicate and all of these things in the last year. But I think it's just incredibly fascinating to observe that there are strong statistical associations when it comes to health benefits to being married. And this is not being conveyed by our public health institutions or our media that are really glorifying casual sex, polyamory, these situationships, which is a relatively new word to the best of my knowledge. But it is important to acknowledge that the mortality rates for adults over the age of 25 that are married are significantly lower in every single category. In fact, amongst married people, suicide is not a top 10 leading cause of death. However, suicide is the 5th leading cause of death in never married people, and I think the 9th leading cause of death in divorced people. So you can see how there is a difference. Suicide increases because of probably the closeness that is garnered through obviously a healthy marriage and having healthy communication and conflict resolution and all of the things that can accompany a healthy, committed relationship. When you get really close to a partner, you have your best friend, your lover, your life partner, that comes with health benefits because of the probably better sleep quality, better life choices, less financial stressors, and you're having someone that you can lean on during hard times, during good times, share memories with. And these all have health benefits. So one of the studies that we're talking about today is titled Mortality Among Adults Age 25 and Over by Marital Status. And we're also going to get into this study here, Death Rates by Marital Status for Leading Causes of Death in the U.S. between 2010 and 2019. But first, friends, if you're enjoying the content, you know what to do. Please hit that like button, leave a comment below, and also please share this with someone that may benefit. Because as someone who has been in a dysfunctional marriage before, one of the things that I've learned is that marriage takes work. Any relationship, if you're dating, you have a girlfriend, a situationship, a hookup, it takes work. And we talk a lot about nutrition and exercise, but if you're in a dysfunctional relationship or you're in a non-committed relationship and therefore suffer from anxiety as a result of that or having casual sex all the time, I think there are benefits to seeking out a partner who has the same values that you do and wants to be in an exclusive, monogamous, committed relationship. Because if we're talking about living longer, married people live on average at least 2 years longer than never married people and compared to widowed people and much more. And I think the death from mental health related causes, seeing that disparity between never married, divorced versus married really speaks volumes. Again, suicide is not a top leading cause of death in married people, but it is the 5th leading cause of death in never married and the 9th leading cause of death in divorced individuals. And then you see with the widowed people, there is a dramatic increase in the death from heart disease, as well as cancer. And so there was an animal model study finding that mice, when they commit to an exclusive partner, they have a decrease in a cancer promotion gene. So again, I think this is another thing to consider. We know cancer is on the rise. And so I just wanted to share this research with you. I know it's a little bit triggering for some people because some people will say, well, everyone I know that's married is unhappy. And that could be due to people not working on it, not going on dates, not traveling, not reading books together and doing personal development work together to foster a deeper committed relationship. So I just wanted to share this research with you. I think it's incredibly fascinating. And again, there's so many aspects of health and cardiovascular disease prevention, from exercise, fasting, sleep, circadian rhythm, but this is something that's relatively intangible. And as humans, it turns out that we probably benefit by having a partner, a committed partner. So I wanted to share that with you. Hopefully you found this information helpful. Thanks for hitting that like button, and we'll catch you on a future one down the road.